Let's talk about the 7 businesses I started that failed. They all failed because I'm not good at selling. I really don't like people like that. So I couldn't get underneath the customer enough to get them to give me their money. See, in order to be a great salesperson, I think you genuinely have to like people. And me, I'm not really a people person. I'm introverted first, but I can be an extrovert. I really don't care about what people think. I don't care about public opinion. I don't care about fitting into the in crowd. I've never been a person that fit into the in crowd. I've always been an outcast, even in my family. Even when I was in high school, I was always the kid that did what others didn't do. I did what I wanted to do. I walked to the drum or to the beat of my own drum. That's just how I was. So when it came to those businesses, I don't have the magnetic ability to attract people. That's why my YouTube channels have failed in the past. That's why a lot of my businesses failed, because no matter what kind of marketing I did, people just weren't attracted to me. So if you notice, a lot of it has to do with the way I look, I think, because I've noticed this my whole life. People are naturally jealous of me for no reason. Like, for instance, I could be in a room. It could be me in a room at my brokest point, when I was broke, when I didn't have nothing, when I was wearing the same clothes every day. It could be me in that room and 10 multimillionaires in that room. Guess who everybody would be jealous of? I'm serious. I am not lying to you. Guess who everybody would be? Nobody would. I'm not going to say nobody, but the majority of the people that would be in that room, they would be jealous of me, even though I don't have anything, even though I don't have no wealth, I don't have no clothes, I don't have no money. They would be jealous of me. All throughout my life, I've sit there and watched people that have more than me. If I get any little thing, they all are jealous of me. It could be a person in there that's worth $10 million. And if I got a check for 20,000, everybody be like, why he got a check for 20? Like, people are just naturally jealous of me. So when I did this YouTube thing, I was like, you know what? I've started 3, 4 channels, maybe even 5 channels. I started so many channels. I've had my face on it. I had my identity on the channel, and it would lead to negative comments. It would just lead to hatred and just, I don't know, just a jealous, demonic energy that people would give off to me, even though I'm not giving off that energy. So what I decided to do with this channel is not show my face. It's worked pretty good. You know, this channel's just starting out, but I'm already doing better numbers than I was doing when I was showing my face. So I'm not a magnetic person. And I think a lot of people that want to start businesses and want to be entrepreneurs, they don't understand that you have to be magnetic to attract customers. You know, if you don't have the ability to sell, you're not a magnetic person. You don't have a magnetic personality. It's going to be hard to get customers, to keep people buying from you, because we live in a day and age where people want to buy from the person that's magnetic. People want to buy from the person that they like. That's because of social media. See, we all go on to social media, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, even Google, to get reviews on the products or services that we're going to buy. We look for social proof. Even I do it. Even I buy off social proof. Even the videos I watch on YouTube. If I'm looking for a topic and there's videos listed and there's a video that got 2 views and there's a video that got 1 million, I'm going to click on the 1 million view video first because it has social proof. We are all like that. And if you're a person that can't attract people, you can't attract customers, you're never going to have the social proof for your business to be successful. That's the reason why the majority of my businesses failed. Now, one business I had, I was selling Beats headphones. I had a connection over in China. I was selling Beats by Dre. Come to find out that these Beats were fake. They were a bootleg. I was selling these when I was working at Mobis in Toledo, Ohio. These were bootleg Beats. There wasn't the real headphones, but they looked so close to the headphones. And I made some good money for about 2 or 3 months. And then things got dicey. At first, I was sending the guy money through Western Union to get the Beats. So right then and there, I should have knew that something is off. Why can't I just pay him with a credit card or a debit card? Why I got to send him the money through Western Union? But it was working. I was making money. I was selling those Beats headphones at my job, at the job I was working at Mobis. That lasted for about all of, I want to say 3 months, because every time I contacted the guy, after I got a few shipments, the shipments were coming. After I got a few shipments, it got harder and harder to pay the dude. Then he couldn't use Western Union. Then it just got to some other kind of payment that I just didn't trust. I think it was Bitcoin. And that was like in 2013, 14, something like that. I really didn't trust Bitcoin. I mean, nobody really trusted Bitcoin at that time. So that business fell apart. But that business was founded on something that was illegal in the first place. So that business was never really going to be a major success. Then I had, way back in the day when I started my record label when I was like 18, I've had several different record labels that never failed. But the reason I never made it in the music industry was my fault, because I turned down deals. And once you turn down deals, they blackball you. I was the person that actually read contracts. So I actually read those contracts and I didn't sign those deals. And my brother got mad at me. My whole family got mad at me because I wouldn't sign the deal because I was getting raped in those deals. Or let me say I was getting graped. I was getting graped, YouTube. Don't block the video. I was getting graped. Don't block the video. It's hard enough trying to get these watch hours so I can actually make money. But I had read a book at the time called, I think it was called All You Need to Know About the Music Business or something like that. It was a huge book, like 500 pages. I read that book all the way through. So I knew how to read contracts. I knew about royalties. I know what kind of percentage I should be getting. How many points I should be getting on CDs, because CDs were the big thing at the time. And I've turned down 3 contracts, 3 bad contracts, and that kind of got me blackballed from the industry. But even then, I had a problem with attraction. I had a problem with attracting people to my beats, getting people to buy my beats. I would sit up there, put up a website. People would consciously tell me like, dang, your beats is hard. You got some of the dopest beats I've ever heard. But then they would go and buy beats on somebody else's website who beats were terrible. I didn't understand it. But now today, I understand it. I didn't have the magnetism. I'm not a people person. I'm not magnetic to people. People don't want to buy from me like they wanted to buy from that person. Even though that person's beats were terrible, that person was more magnetic than me. So, to make a long story short, magnetism is very important when you're starting a business that requires sales. Sales is everything in business. So, if you start a business that revolves around you, or evolves, I would say revolves around you and evolves around you, people are not only buying your product, they're buying you. So you have to be magnetic. You have to have certain personality traits, unless you can hire other people to be magnetic for you. You can hire the people that are extroverted to take on the task of making sales for your organization. Those 7 businesses that I started, I actually think it was more, but I'm just going to call it 7. I've started so many businesses that I can't even keep track. And I failed at all of them. The only one that created some kind of money, I think I made about over those 3 months, I made about $6,000 or $7,000 was the Beats business. And I'm not selling beats, musical beats, but the Beats headphone business. That was the only business that accomplished some form of money, that gave me some form of money. There's patterns in my failure. The first pattern is not having the ability to be magnetic, to be able to bring people to me. I can sell though, because I remember as a kid, I don't know if you people are my age, but remember if you're my age when you used to sell candy door to door? There was a time where we used to sell candy door to door. And they would give us these tubs and they would tell us, go through the neighborhood, knock on people's doors, try to sell the candy. Every time I will be the top seller every time. So it's not that I can't sell. I'm a great salesperson. But when it comes to online, for some reason, I don't have the magnetism. If you were to look at my Facebook page, I've never been the person that has all the friends. I never get any friend request on my Facebook page. I never get any friend request on my Instagram page. I actually bought on one of my Instagram pages. I actually bought subscribers and followers on that Instagram page to make me look bigger. I think I bought like 50,000 followers on that page. People still don't follow me, but I can go and look at other people's pages. They got 100,000 followers, real followers. You go through and see who's following them. They're real followers, while mine is fake people that I bought for a small fee. Magnetism. What I want to stress to people my age and the younger generation. There's ways to make millions and millions of dollars. There's ways to be a billionaire even without having to start a business where you actually have to be selling. We all have this dream of entrepreneurship, building something from the ground, being the next Bill Gates, being the next Jeff Bezos. But some of us don't have the personality traits. In the case of Bill Gates, I can guarantee you that Bill Gates is introverted. His path was different because he didn't have to really get out there and sell and sell and sell. He was just able to create a software, and he could have paid somebody else. He could have hired other people to do the selling for him. If you're an introverted person, that's what you need to do. You need to put yourself in a position to where you can either buy a business that already has the infrastructure, the systems, the personnel that you're going to need to make the business successful without you. Or you need to found a business and hire that talent. Hire that talent. Let that talent do all the work. I see so many people trying to start businesses, but you're not extroverted. You don't like networking. You don't like going to events to talk to people. You don't like talking to people about anything. You don't like to just engage in mindless conversation. I don't like to do that. If I'm talking for a reason. I'm talking to learn something. The people that I see that are succeeding as entrepreneurs, that's starting businesses from the ground up, most of them are extroverted. So What I want you to learn from my 7 business failures is that watch what kind of business that you're trying to start. If you are not extroverted, you need to start a business, buy a business that will work for your introverted qualities, your introverted personality, or else you're going to fail. I'll be back.